All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you can see, it looks a lot different than it did in the last video. And the bed is over there, hanging up in the air and stuff. So I got the bed mounts all finished up as I was saying before, but couldn't get to everything the way I wanted it to get it welded back in. So I pulled the bed off so I could get under here and weld this support for the bed and cross brace that I had, and then this rear one as well too. And then I went ahead, since I was doing this, and cross braced across here on both sides just to give this some more strength. And then same with across here too, like I've said in the other videos, like I've always done after the first truck, is tied it into let's go over here that we can see everything. There we go. Tied it in, as you can see, to the rear part of the suspension, the hump and stuff on it. So that way it ties everything better, a lot more. I definitely would tie more if I was going to be doing a little more performance type driving and stuff with it, but this one's, more of shop truck type of thing. It'll definitely be good. All the other ones, this is kind of what I've done in a matter of speaking with all of them, is, this obviously the bed brace here and then tied in to 2 spots across there. But you can tie in a whole lot more. I'd like to maybe come in off of this mount for the rear suspension and come up to here and maybe do crisscross. So maybe drop down in. So if you're going to do more performance, definitely want to beat this up. It really isn't horrible. I don't know. I've had, like, someone made a comment the other day on something I had on one of the Facebook pages about these being trampoline trucks. I don't know what the hell that means exactly. I guess the flex, and I've heard people say that before. Oh, I didn't want to use these crappy car chassis, they frames and they flex and everything else. But I mean, this is fully boxed, and as I said before, this was made by Ford engineers and safety and yada yada. So I don't know where the trucks, they're all just C-channel. You watch the performance shows, or not performance shows, just normal build ones, and they do anything. These trucks you put in 4-link or do even a Watts link like this, and they highly recommend, or a notch. You look at any notch kit for any truck, and they highly recommend that you box it all in and cross brace it and tie it and everything else, because you start to get things to flex and stuff. So. And then since I was under there, I went ahead and tied into, let's drop down and see, I tied into that rear cab mount as well too, with just some flat stock. It's pretty thick and wide flat stock, just to kind of tie into it to give a little more rigidity and stuff to it, and just kind of tie it through. So pretty darn good. Yes, me now, and see, I'm shaking the driver's side and it's moving pretty equally this way, and moving instead of flexing the opposite of each other and stuff. So it works out really nice. Like I said, if you were going to do high performance and race and stuff, you could tie in as much stuff as you wanted to and cross brace. I mean, for crying out loud, they do it to cars that they race and stuff anyway. So but yeah, so that's that. Just want to show everyone. And then on the bed, it's pretty dark over there, otherwise I'll walk and see, but I am going to go through and do some supports where run some 1x tube here, before I make the hump coming over and stuff onto it. So, but yeah, that's where we are, rock and rolling. I also wanted to, side note, to brace this, I've said in the last video, because I've got that hitch that I want to try and incorporate back into this. So I wanted to tie these cross brace pieces in a little bit more, again, to get this so that when you've got something hooked to it or a trailer and load onto it, then it wants to push everything together instead of twisting this back and forth. So we not only have this cross piece, we've got this cross piece coming across, and then those tying in that direction to kind of triangulate everything together with it. I guess if you really wanted to, you could run a piece across here. Nice thing is this is all accessible, so if you find you do this stuff and you have way more flex or whatever that you don't want to have, then you can actually go back through and brace this stuff all back in again with it too. So, and I am going to throw some squares across that as well too on both sides, just to kind of support that a little bit better. But yeah, that's what we got going on. So get this done and then set the bed back on and get the hump and stuff made for it and go from there. And as a side note, if you really want to live your life dangerously, you leave your gas tank open like this with nothing in it while you're welding and grinding and stuff. So yeah, that's how you live life dangerously and stuff, and make your wife, your spouse, very, very nervous. Anyway, that's all. We're still alive and trucking along.